like to present about the general or introduction about the waste management in food industry. Uh, in general, waste management is defined as the collection, transportation, and disposal of the garbage, sewage, and other waste products. The process of waste management involves treating solid and liquid waste. For food processing waste, this end product of various food processing industries that have not been recycled or used for other purposes. Based on the statistic for food industries, according to the British Institution of Mechanical Engineers (IME), half of all food is wasted worldwide. The global volume of food wastage is around 1.3 billion tons. Malaysia is well known for its great food. Unfortunately, our unique food culture is also turning into a culture of waste. Statistics from Solid Waste Corporation of Malaysia show that in 2015, the food waste in Malaysia reached 15,000 tons daily, including 3,000 tons that was still fit for consumption and should not have been discarded.
Rapid urbanization and human activity in metropolitan area give effect on the environmental management, such as urban solid waste. Inappropriate management give effect on the pollution, especially toward human health. For example, in Beijing show various trends in solid waste. In municipal solid waste show increasing since 1990 to 2003, where the percent of paper and plastic increased from 10% to 29%. Meanwhile, the total amount of carbon emission show increasing trend from 29% to 83.3% of carbon methane and carbon dioxide. But the trend decreased when the content of wood chip fever from 56% to 70%. Figure 1 show increasing trend in solid waste over 14 years, where the main factor contribute to the solid waste come from the rapid economic and population growth.
What is the cost for waste for the food industry? Relatively, we can see that food is wasted in every stages of food chain, which is from the initial agricultural production to the final household consumption. The cost from the food waste can be from a series of food chain supply, which is from the farmer's harvesting technique and ended up to the final consumer. Firstly, in the food chain process is the agricultural production. In these stages, food waste can come from the poor harvesting technique, or it also can come from the pest or disease infection. Next is handling, storage, and transport. In this stage, the food waste is occurred due to the spoilage of improper cold storage, poor handling. Incident also can occur during transportation of the food source. Next is processing stage. In the processing stage, the food waste occur because of inefficient handling method, failure to meet appearance quality standard, and also because of calculation error. In distribution and retail stage, it is occur because of overstocking in the supermarkets, poor forecasting with suppliers, spoilage before purchase, and also damaged food in markets. Final stage is food supply to the consumer. At this stage, the consumer wastes food mostly because the food already expired or has already low in appearances. There are several effects on food waste that I want to highlight here. As we know, the food waste poses a myriad of challenges and lot of opportunities for farmers, consumers, and societies as a whole. For farmers, it consists for loss in profit, energy and time that had been used to grow the sources, as well as wasteful use of chemicals like fertilizers and pesticides. Food loss and waste also create the additional burden on the environment by using land, water and energy resources inefficiently and generating unnecessarily greenhouse gas emissions that led to climate change. With that large amount of food going to landfill, we make a big contribution to global warming. The contribution of increasing food waste has led to many methods to overcome the problem, which also require the use of more sources.
In Malaysia, the government has delegated waste management to private consumption in order to increase efficiency further. The privatization of urban solid management in Malaysia was initiated in 1993 with the objective of providing an integrated, effective, efficient, and technologically advanced solid waste management system. There are a few types of technologies applied in the Malaysia waste management system, such as recycling, composting, incineration, inert landfill and sanitary landfill, and also other disposal sites. Besides, sustainable waste management through reduction, reuse, and recycling with the use of appropriate technologies, activities, and equipment to provide a sustainable and comprehensive solid waste management service became the key strategies in National Strategy Plan, which is known as NSP. Basically, the waste management adopted under these strategies plan aimed to increase the number of sanitary landfill facilities, reuse products and materials, and also implement intermediate treatment of waste.
544. I am going to present about what the current initiative to cut the food waste. At Malaysia, as we know that hotel management will serve the buffets at the food counters with a smaller options to reduce the leftovers by customers. Secondly, at Japan, they create one app which is called Eco Buy to cut the uneat food. The users or customer will be given incentives by purchasing the products which are close to their expiration date. Thirdly, at French, they ban the supermarkets to throw away unsold products. Lastly, food waste can reduce by urban farming. Food waste can treat as soil amendment. Food waste has good quality because they have a high moisture and low physical structures.
Lastly, conclusion. Food waste has indeed become an issue of great public concern. It causes to decrease in the quantity or quality of food resulting from decision and action by retailers, food service provider, and consumer. Therefore, everyone has a role to solve in reducing food loss and waste issue. The government should introduce the new way related to this issue, such as recycling the waste, whereas the citizens need to recycle their food waste. Moreover, the current knowledge of food waste management policies and regulation in other countries like Korea and Japan could use as a primary model for Malaysia as the development of innovation in food waste management system. Strategic planning should be proposed to encourage the food service and supply to donate excess food, utilize biodegradable supplies and recycle.